Hey everybody, Old Man Alchemist back with a dev update for Battlemarked. Got holiday patch notes 2.0.27770 and some good stuff. Listen, Battlemarked, the developers over there have been listening, and back in November they said they were going to change the hirelings, and it looks like they're holding to their word. So let's see what's going on. Features single player uses. Single players use all custom heroes instead of hirelings. One of each class of custom heroes is automatically created when you create your first hero. This will also happen the first time a returning player starts the game with this update. They added a way to remove heroes' hirelings from the party while on the map, and old single player save files with hirelings in them will load normally. So you'll have to remove the hirelings and replace them with heroes if you want to continue that save using custom heroes. They added a way to adjust the turn order while on the map. That'll be interesting. They added a way to change who is controlling a hireling in multiplayer, both on the map and in a level. The player can change and confirm their hero's secondary ability before being able to spend trait points. This choice is still permanent. Okay, added a new side quest to Crown of Frost with a nice reward, and they added a way to copy the multiplayer room code to more easily share it. Side quest givers and locations are now marked with blue exclamation and question marks, and scrapping cards in VR now has a delay to prevent accidental scrapping of cards. Additional audio has been added for both VR and gamepad when scrapping a card. Bonfires in the Frost Keep boss fight now interact with other elements as well. You can now manually rotate and inspect unlockable dice and baselines in the player profile page on flat screen. Achievements, unlockable dice, and unlockable base plates now show in a more consistent order. That's good. Improved diagonal targeting of melee attack cards with mouse and keyboard, and all cutscenes polished and improved. More changes than you can count on your fingertips and toes combined. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Okay, so new quest. Try out the new side quest by going to the Ramshackle Inn and speak with Jolly Keg. To start it, that's what we're going to do after we do these two videos. New card added as part of the new quest line, and complete the quest to receive the reward. They did some bug fixes. Use Mr. Lips and Tongues to talk. Overall stability improvements, general performance improvements. They fixed a bug where text would not update properly sometimes when you change languages while in the shop. Trait point notifications on the party menu will be hidden after viewing the character sheet until the next level up. They fixed bugs related to confused status effect. The confused units now only attack when adjacent to a target. They can't attack while incapacitated, which means stunned, sleep, whatever else. They fixed a bug where the final boss of Crown of Frost sometimes dealt damage to himself. I should have played it, that would have been nice. Fixed a bug where both levels of dungeons would sometimes not appear when playing a dungeon a second time in a session. Ice Troll Heart now always works correctly on targets other than yourself. Potion of Speed VFX now always plays on the correct target when used on others, and also uses the correct animation. If a hero possesses multiple traits that activate when reviving an ally, all of them will trigger properly now. All forms of healing that revives a downed hero should now trigger traits that activates when reviving an ally. fixed a bug where prismatic spray cards could sometimes disappear from your hand as you progressed through the game if you did not have the trait Prismatic Spray Plus. Lunging attack and other similar attacks used by enemy units, such as wolves, should no longer displace the attacker. And they made some changes to traits and weapons. The Honed Instinct trait now works as intended, and the trigger chance has been changed to 10%. The Merciful Reaver +2 weapon previously had a 10% chance to activate its effects, which was an unintended downgrade. This has been changed to always trigger to match the other versions of Merciful Reaver. Okay, good. Honed Instinct, Double Tap, and Extra Attack traits now operate independently rather than stacking, meaning if you have several of the traits, you can get multiple follow-up melee attacks if you are lucky. Furthermore, many of the melee attack cards now trigger the traits. Cool. The Warborn Surge trait now only applies to non-props on the same team. Furthermore, it should now trigger for any type of melee attack rather than just the basic melee attack and a select few cards. And finally, both combat magic traits should now stack properly. The associated status effect icon has also been updated. All right, so one thing we know for sure, the team at Battlemarked is listening to the community. That hirelings change was one of the things that I was definitely waiting for. This is just the first phase of it, so I still want to wait for them to get it completely done, but I am going to go in and do the holiday side quest. So the holiday side quest, they say, greetings adventurers. Today we have a new update for Dungeons and Dragons, Demio Dungeons and Dragons Battlemarked that adds a new limited time side quest for the holidays. The first phase of the hireling redesign, balancing changes, and bug fixes. So the holiday side quest, a new side quest has been added to the game. Meet up with Dwelf Jollykeg in the Ramshackle Inn in the Crown of Frost campaign to help him with some special holiday time deliveries. This quest will only be available for a limited time, so play as soon as possible. For completing this quest, you will be awarded a special die skin, and we want that. As they outlined previously, they began doing work on redesigning the hirelings, which we just talked about in the patch notes. Excuse me, sorry about that. And so in this patch, they're implementing Phase 1 to have a single-player group be composed of your own customized heroes. Experience gain will work as normal across all the characters. That's so nice. Now we can really feel like we're doing something with our team instead of just guys who aren't progressing along with us. We're all growing together. Additionally, to resolve occasional issues with hireling assignments in multiplayer games without a full party, we're also implementing party management and quality of life improvements. You will now have the ability to reassign hirelings to players in multiplayer, and alongside this, we now have the ability to change the turn order, both single and multiplayer, to facilitate specific combos easier without needing to delay the turn every time. That's interesting. I look forward to trying that. They did something with translations. We've seen all your requests to translate the game to Brazilian Portuguese, Italian, and simplified Chinese, and are happy to confirm that these translations will be coming in the near future. Stay tuned for updates. And patch notes, they just hit on the fact that they added a side quest, which we've already talked about, to celebrate Cimmeral, which is the Festival of Light, and you can play with a full party of custom heroes. Hirelings can be replaced with custom heroes on single player. Save files, they added a functionality to remove and reassign hirelings in multiplayer, Added functionality to change turn order while on the map, and bug fixes, performance optimizations, and stability improvements. And they end by saying, "Thanks for all of your feedback and reports so far. We appreciate the care and attention from the community and will continue monitoring reports as they are made. Much love, Battlemarked team." Again, that was a quick turnaround, man. I mean, it was just November 28th. What was that, 3 weeks ago? That they said, "Hey guys, we hear you, and you can't complain about that. This is a development team that respects their players, their customers, and they're moving to make us happy, and I am happy about that." So I am going to dive into the new side quest. I want to get that done, but am going to hold off on doing the second campaign until they get the full rework of the hirelings in. Until next time, this is Old Man Alchemist saying stay cool and peace.